Let's talk about the lie that's been sitting in the back of your head. You know, the one that says that you're too weak, you're too broke, you're too messed up, and God can't use you. Really? Because the last time I checked, God's favorite kind of vessel isn't the perfect and polished one. It's the one that's cracked and leaks His glory all over the place. Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Podium of Truth, where God's message is our mission. If you ever thought that you are not good enough for God to use in mighty ways, please allow me to show you a word from God Himself. 1 Corinthians 1:26-29. For you see your calling, brethren, that not many wise according to the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But God has chosen the foolish things of the world to put to shame the wise, and God has chosen the weak things of the world to put to shame the things which are mighty. And the base things of the world and the things which are despised, God has chosen, and the things which are not, to bring to nothing the things that are, that no flesh should glory in His presence. Translation, God didn't bring you into your calling because of your resume. He called you to reveal His glory in your weakness. I mean, God's not out here scouting for spiritual all-stars. He's not out here looking for perfection. He's not here looking for your ability. He's looking for your availability. And let's be honest, we disqualify ourselves all the time for things that God never asked us to be qualified for in the first place. You might say, but I'm not confident. Neither was Moses. He even asked God, "Who am I?" But God said, "I will be with you." You might also say, "I'm too scared." Well, join the club. So was Gideon. He was actually hiding in a winepress from his enemies when God called him a mighty man of valor. That's right. He was hiding, he was shaking, he was scared, yet God still called him. It says in Judges 6:15-16, so he said to him, Gideon saying to God, "O my Lord, how can I save Israel? Indeed, my clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house." And the Lord said to him, "Surely I will be with you." Sound familiar? "And you shall defeat the Midianites as one man." Did you catch that? Gideon was listing all the reasons why he couldn't, yet God interrupted him with the only reason he could. I will be with you. That's the difference. That is the game changer. You might also say, look, I have issues. Well, so did Paul. He says he had a thorn in his flesh, not to mention he was also a murderer of Christians. But in 2 Corinthians 12:9, he reminds us this. And he said to me, this is God speaking to Paul, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness." That is why Paul says, "Therefore most gladly will I rather boast in my infirmities." Why? Because he knows the truth. Weakness is something to boast in when it makes room for the power of God. Now let's talk about someone who made the Faith Hall of Fame in Hebrews 11. Gideon. He wound up making that list not because he did everything right, but because he eventually obeyed God. He wasn't fearless, he was faithful. He wasn't perfect, he was present. So you can't tell me that your weakness disqualifies you. Because when the world sees your mess and your weakness, yet they see God moving in big ways in that mess, they know it's Him. They can't deny it. You get the testimony, He gets the glory. So you don't need to fix yourself before stepping into your calling. You just need to say, "Yes, Lord." God is not intimidated by your weakness. Matter of fact, He designed the whole thing so that His power can shine through it. So stop hiding, stop hesitating, and start walking in His strength. Because your brokenness does not cancel your calling. If anything, it's proof that God still calls the unlikely to do the unimaginable. So next time that voice in your head says that you are too broken, you tell it exactly, "That's why I am chosen." Now, if you like these little messages and you want to hear some longer sermons, you can come check us out on Facebook at Freedom Outreach Ministries. And thank you for watching the Podium of Truth, spreading the gospel best way we know how.